shit. Your boy looking like a little lawyer or some shit right now. What's going on? Hopefully this is going to work out correctly. Probably should have left the headphones on, but not like I can hear it anyways. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the live show. That's the name of this thing for the time being, and hope you can see and hear me if you do decide to join me. I made a comment yesterday saying that I was going to do this again today. I'm trying to do this live show twice a week. And today's what? Monday? So we'll do this again sometime by the end of the week. Tuesday it is. I was like, damn, it didn't feel like it was Monday. It's Tuesday, so we'll do this again by the end of the week. I like Tuesdays and whatever other day we end up on. Shout out to everybody up in here. What's going on with you guys? Hope you guys have had a good day. I've titled this thing The Live Show. That's what we're calling this thing. And I was wrong. I was wrong. Boy, was I ever wrong. And I got a nice little story I'm going to share with you guys about that as well. So what else as I think about this thing? I've saved a couple of things from Facebook. Maybe we'll get into that. There were some auctions that took place with some houses. Maybe we'll get into that. I got a video for After Prison show today. It's a brand new role play. If you're wondering why Joe's dressed up looking like I got court, well, it's part of the video that I filmed earlier. So there's that. Hey, shout out to everybody. Let me give some shout outs real quick, man. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to rock with me. We got a few people up in here. Bloodshot, what's going on? Which I see you right there. Peter, what's going on? Midwest Beast, what's going on? Riley, what's going on? With your chill time, I see you right there. Emperors, what's going on? Donut Predator. Nice name. What's going on? Sarah, I see you right there. Stro, what's going on? Studio LB. But Joe. Oh, but Joe. Yeah, Jessica Spencer, I see you right there. Brad, what's going on? Slick back hair. Somebody said, Joe, where's your hair gel at? I said, you know what? I had been using the hairspray, and that wasn't enough. I went back to the hair gel, and I'll be damned if that shit ain't slicked that money back quite nice. So there's that. Matthew Sproul, what's going on? Susan, very special shout out to you. What's going on with you? Robert, what's going on? Bull, shout out to Canada. I see you right there. Mike, what's going on? Mama, what's going on? Hey, Joe, are you doing great? I'm doing all right. Phantom Trucker says, what's up? How you feeling since the jab? I don't know if I ever really shared that with you guys. When I went and got that booster, I was fine until that night and the next day. I got the shot on Friday. Saturday, I was done. Couldn't do nothing. But now I'm fine. So there's that. Didn't really like that and felt like I knew that was going to be a thing, but it is what it is. Siptastic, what's going on, man? Shout out to you. You ain't got to do that, man. Sup, Joe? Hope everything is going good. It is going good. I'm going to go ahead and get in. This person says Joe's trying to look like his realtor. That's pretty funny. I feel like I look like I'm getting ready to go to court, but I can go for that. Film Penguin says, did I miss the house update? Nah, you ain't missed it. I'm getting ready to get into a crazy story. Tall guy. Hey, what's going on with you, man? Shout out to you. Shout out to you. All right. So how do I begin this thing? So first of all, there's a video for Joe Does Stuff, but I don't have it done yet. And I was going to title that video. I was going to title that video, if y'all didn't like me in yesterday's video, you're going to fucking hate me in this next video. And I hate to say it that way, but it's the truth. So I want to share a lot of things real quick. First of all, I shared the entire home inspection in yesterday's video, and I was going through that thing. And I know it probably sounded like I was bitching, and maybe I was, but I wasn't meaning to do that. I was very grateful for that thorough of a home inspection, and it was a great home inspection. It was a home inspection that showcased things that needed to be corrected, as any home inspection is going to do. You're never going to have a home inspection that's going to come up spotless. It's not going to happen. So that's the first thing. Now, I've titled this thing, I was wrong. I was wrong for a couple of different things. This is not going to be like, you know what, you guys were right. I mean, you guys really were right. But, no boo-hoo about the situation. Whatever. So when I did the video, I filmed the video yesterday. When the fuck did I film that video? I filmed that whenever I filmed that video. I think it was Monday morning. That was yesterday. I was still pretty hot and animated about the home inspection, right? Even though it wasn't that bad. Taking it too personal, taking it to heart. Keep saying that I'm not going to do that, but I keep doing that. And I can't help but do that because I did all of this work. So whatever. And a lot of people had some very valid things to say. They mentioned, the electrical wires, that regardless, they need to be properly terminated if they're there, Good point. You're right about that. The shingles on the roof, hey, look, it's a couple of shingles that need to be replaced. You need to do that. Good point. I am actually doing that. So let me jump ahead to say this. Since filming that video, we've already agreed to a pickers list between me and the buyer, where I've agreed to do 90% of everything on that list. There's a couple of things that I'm not going to do, though. And some other people made some other valid points as well. They said, Joe, you don't really got to make a big deal about it. It's not that big of a deal. And instead of just saying, no, you're not going to do it, just say it's a non-issue. There's no issue, so there's no need to address it. For example, like the shingles, the overhang on that one part of the roof. It's a non-issue. There's no leak because of that situation. It's a non-issue, so we're not going to mess with it. Which I would say that I wasn't doing. The home buyer is fine with that. And then there were some other things like... I can't remember everything, but like I said, I've agreed to do 95% of the repairs. Hell, I've already been over there doing the repairs. But here's the thing. When I filmed the video, I was still hot and animated about the situation. I probably shouldn't have carried on about the fact that, I probably shouldn't have carried on about a lot of the shit that I did. So there was that. I feel kind of stupid for that, kind of embarrassed for that. And if it's a feeling of that, well, it would only be intensified when I got over to the house to begin trying to check on things that this home inspector found. And I'll get into that in a minute. Now, before I do that though, let me talk about the other video, which you guys are probably still going to see because this story has to play out. I mean, I've got it in video. I'm going to share it with you here first, and you guys will see it in video as well because it's quite wild. It's been a wild ride these last 12 hours, 24 hours, however long it's been since I did that video. I would film another video right after that. Now, here's the crazy thing. I filmed the video, and then I end up on the phone with my realtor for like about an hour and a half going over the entire list. What we're going to do, what we don't need to do, what we don't want to do. We put together our list. He's submitting that over to the buyers. They're good with that. But he would also tell me, he's like, hey, Joe, I just want to let you know we also got a fifth offer on the house. It just came in like literally as we were going over the list. And this offer was for like $265. They wanted 3% closing, but they were willing to, wiggle with that a little bit. Inspection for informational purposes only, VA loan, all that crazy shit. So I don't even care about that offer. However, that played into... Well, it didn't really play into too much. Well, it didn't really play into too much. Actually, no, it played into quite a bit because it was like this. Hey, we're going to do 90% of the repairs that you want us to do. We're not going to do 100% of the repairs that you want us to do because some of it is just, it's impossible. For example, change out the panel box. You can't do that. You got to take out all of the electrical to change out the panel box. That's not going to happen. So we'll agree to do 90% of it. Take it or leave it. And I hate the way that sounds, but we actually did that. It's now or never, basically. We've got multiple offers on this house, and that's how it went. I didn't want to lose this offer. I didn't want to lose the folks that we have right now because I know these folks really want the house. I want to make this house everything that they want because they have never even seen the house in person. I want to make sure that everything is good in terms of what they wanted done. However, there were things that just could not be done. I was not willing to budge on. We're doing 90% of the work. Dropzilla says, what up, man? And shout out to you. Thank you for that right there, man. You ain't got to do that. What up, man? Thanks for responding about the Canon T7, and thanks for making awesome videos, bro. Hey, I really appreciate that, man. Thank you. But anyways, if you hated me in yesterday's video, you would hate me in this next video that you'll see. I ain't gonna have it done today. I worked on this video for After Prison Show. It's why I'm all dressed up. And I'm gonna be sharing that after the Bobo. Matter of fuck, I can't even do it right now. I said the Bobo after this live stream. I'll get that video up. I haven't even got a chance to get it uploaded yet. It literally just got done getting rendering. So, part the reason why is I'm still so animated in that next video, but it would kind of backfire on me, right? I was wrong, and I'm about to tell you a crazy story. Boy, was I wrong. So we would end up going over to the house yesterday. I got landscape today. We knocked out landscape. We got a big fence job we're doing for the folks, tightening up more fence boards. Anyways, we went and got all the materials for that today. We'll be over there knocking that out tomorrow. That's going to be 3 days, not 3 full days, but it's going to be 3 days of us having to be out there to get that done. But in between that, we've been over at the flip, taking care of the things on this picker list, right? And we've already done a few things. But one of the things that I really wanted to do was I wanted to go over there and prove that there were no electrical issues, right? I wanted to prove that all the lights worked, everything was good. So we go over there and I'm hitting that laundry room light. And of course that light works. He also mentioned the dining room light in the report. And I would realize there's a bulb missing in the laundry room light. There's a bulb that's out in the dining room light. No big deal right there, right? So I'm like, yeah, you see, all the lights work. You're going to sit here and make this report sound like we got all these electrical problems, right? All right, hear me out now, because this is where Joe was wrong. Shout out to all y'all up in here, man. I hope y'all enjoying this. I'm going to make this, Josh's Corner says the drawing was funny as shit. I'm glad you enjoyed that, man. Wait till you see today's video. It's a little unorthodox as well, to say the least. So I get my electrical tester. Well, first, we got the GFCI up in the upstairs bathroom. The downstairs bathroom has no GFCI. He mentioned that. I'm like, yo, the downstairs bathroom is supported by the GFCI upstairs. They're on the same circuit. And sure as shit, we go over there and we plug something in downstairs. I'm filming all this shit. I'm upstairs and I hit the trip on the GFCI and the thing downstairs that we got plugged in is still running. And I'm like, what the fuck? Now I could have swore that I had tested this before and I knew that this thing was on the same circuit. So I was like, what's going on here? Like, something ain't right. So then I'm like, okay, well, maybe this is not on the same circuit. Like, what the hell's going on? So I would go get my little electrical tester, my little plug-in electrical tester where it lights up to tell you everything's right or wrong. And I go downstairs and I test the outlet in the bathroom downstairs, and it's telling me that it's wrong. And I'm like, what the world is going on? So I'm like, okay, well, it's telling me that it's wrong, and I can't get it to trip from upstairs, so I feel like it's not on the same circuit. So I'm like, damn it, man. I was super wrong about this, thinking that this was all tied in together. I need to put a GFCI in this downstairs bathroom. So I do that. And I need to put a GFCI out back, which I was ready to do that as well. But here's where this whole thing gets fucked up at. I put the GFCI in downstairs and it works, right? I can put my electrical plug-in tester on there and it lights up correctly. However, I know that it's wrong because when I put my electrical tester on my hot wire, my black wire is now my black wire is now my neutral wire and my white wire is now my hot wire. So I'm like, okay, well, this is definitely fucked up, right? Like when your neutral becomes hot, something ain't right, right? And I'm like, ooh, boy. And it's so crazy because you can plug the plug in and that joint lights up like it's correct. It doesn't say hot, neutral, reversed. It says it's right. But yet you touch the joint on the back and your neutral is now your hot. I've got it wired up backwards. It's the only way that I can get it to work. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So, Susan, thank you for that. You don't have to do that, but I appreciate that. Your art dealer, check the P.O. box. I need to get there. So I'm like, okay, well, this is crazy. So I'm Googling this, right? I'm like, yo, what's going on with this? And Google's like, well, you know, this is not an uncommon situation. And this can take place from a number of different things. A bad connection somewhere, something reversed somewhere, something overloaded. And I'm like, man, okay, let me continue trying to figure this thing out. So I go try to put the GFCI on the back porch. It won't work at all. My neutral is hot. My hot is neutral. I can't get it to work. I can't get a GFCI to go in there at all, right? Cannot get a GFCI to get any power at all. So what I ended up doing was I put a regular outlet out there with a weatherproof box over it. But I'm gonna change all of this. You got to hear this crazy story so that I can get to what really was going on. So I put a regular outlet out there, and that thing works. I put the plug into it. It says that it's perfect. It says it's wired correctly when it's not. My white is hot and my black is neutral. So I've got this taking place in my downstairs bathroom, and I've got this taking place on the back deck. And I'm like, well, this is obviously connected because they're right here next to each other, right? So that was it for that day. I got both outlets working and to light up to say that they were correct, but I knew that it was wrong. So today we go back out there, and the first thing I say is, I said, let me go check this outlet upstairs. This GFCI upstairs. Let me go check this thing out. So I go plug the thing in, and it tells me that the hot and neutral are reversed. And I'm like, okay, well, now we've got this problem downstairs, upstairs, and on the back deck. And I'm like, okay. So here's how this plays out. First of all, I start freaking out like, oh my God, I start thinking about everything. Shady, what's going on, man? What happened with you getting your GC license? Did you ever take the state test after your school? I haven't yet. No, I haven't yet. I just keep saying that I'm a Class A. But I'm going to, though. I'm going to. I'm actually going to do it I'm going to do it now that I can do it. Yeah, I'm going to do it. But I just ain't had time because of the flip. So I will get it done. But I am a Class A. so long as I tell it. Aqua says, what color does white mean? White means neutral. White means neutral. Black means hot. Red means hot. I mean, you got. So anyways, this is me freaking out, right? I've done so much work in this house, and then I start thinking about other things, and I'm like, oh my God, could it be this? Could it be that? Could it be this? Could it? So now we need to start eliminating possible causes of this fucking electrical situation. So what we do is, I see the breaker that the bathroom, all of these outlets are on. All these outlets that are fucked up. I see the breaker that all of these outlets are on. So we cut that breaker off. And I go and I test the whole fucking house. And lo and behold, the only thing that's on this one fucking circuit is the upstairs bathroom outlet, the downstairs bathroom outlet, and the back porch outlet, right? Now, also, let me share this as well. When I see this breaker, I've never even seen a breaker like this. I don't know anything about this shit. The breaker is called a push-to-test breaker, right? If you trip a breaker, your breaker trips. Now, you can do that with this breaker, but you can also push it, like push a red button on it, and it's a push-to-test. It's almost like a GFCI breaker. Now, I don't know shit about none of this shit, right? Nothing about no panel box. So I'm Googling the hell out of this. I'm like, damn, is it because we've got some sort of like a GFCI breaker that we can't put GFCIs in here? Do we even need GFCIs if we've got a push-to-test breaker? I'm reading shit telling me that it might be arc fault. I doubt that it was. It's just some sort of a push-to-test breaker, and I've got no fucking idea what that means. A 15-amp push-to-test breaker. And here's what I would come to realize. The only outlets that were affected by this hot neutral reverse we're on this 15 amp push to test breaker. This push to test breaker is this one breaker at the very bottom of the box that looks like it's an added breaker. Somewhere along the lines, they added this breaker in there, right? Leaving from Lowe's. You better bet that. I went there twice today. 2 different Lowe's. Leaving from Lowe's. Yeah. Lowe's let me down today. They didn't even have fucking nails. Maya says, God damn, we were done before Google. You better bet we were. But it makes it so easy to find the answer to things, right? Google wouldn't help me with this answer. This had to come from the old Class A right here. So while I'm investigating this breaker, I'm like, well, this is the only breaker in the box that's a push to test. It can trip and you can push a button and trip it. So I'm looking at this breaker and I'm realizing that every single other breaker, your hot wire goes into your breaker and then your neutral wire goes up to this neutral bar, right? Like this bar, like a grounding bar. Like I don't even know what this thing is called, but all of your neutrals go up to the top to this bar. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to replace this fucking breaker. But then I think to myself, well, I can't because that neutral will never reach that grounding bar. Just got on. Can you start over, Jeremy? No, I can't. But this thing will be on replay. So you can definitely check out the beginning of this. I'm talking about a major electrical fucking issue that I discovered. And I'm teaching you guys electrical as well. Imagine this. I've learned all of this shit from trial and error, basically, and also YouTube. Beck B, thanks for all your episodes. They helped me when I was homeless. Now I'm paying off an apartment and enjoying life, the free world, never taking a moment for granted and making the most of every day. Beck B, hey, shout out to you. That's what I'm talking about right there. Hell yeah, that inspires the shit out of me. Thank you. You ain't have to do that, and I'm glad to see that life is a hell of a lot better for you. This breaker is different because of the push to test, and also because instead of having your hot wire that goes into your breaker and your white wire that goes up to your neutral bar, whatever the hell you call that thing, you've got both wires that go into the breaker, and then a third additional wire is added that goes up to the grounding rod or whatever the hell that thing is. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm looking at this and I'm like, well, the reason why we can't change this breaker for a normal breaker is because we're never going to have enough neutral wire to get up to the top, and you can't pigtail that shit inside the panel box. That's never going to fly. And then I think to myself, I'm like, wait a minute. This is the one breaker that controls these 3 outlets where the hot and the neutral are reversed. Now, I remember back to when I was building this fucking house from the ground up like Ryan Gosling in the fucking Notebook. I remember back to the beginning of this when I was doing these outlets, I was having an issue getting 2 GFCIs, 1 in each bathroom. And my rationale was, okay, well, you can't have 2 GFCIs on the same circuit. You can have GFCIs in every outlet. But if something's wrong, well, I wouldn't realize this at the time. So because I couldn't get the GFCI downstairs to work and we only had the GFCI upstairs, I was like, well, it has to be protected by the upstairs GFCI, which if everything was wired correctly, it would, because all of this is on the same circuit. Unless it goes to the downstairs bathroom before it goes to the upstairs bathroom, which it probably does. Regardless, we've got GFCIs in both bathrooms now. So I'm just thinking out loud with that. Here's the deal. My last line of defense, my last thought with this is, the electrical was upgraded in this house at one point years ago. I've seen this electrical upgrade from the old knob and tubing wire to what's needed, what's required these days. And they've done a good job with the electrical. But there's been outlets that have had to be changed out because they're just freaking corroded or just fucked up, whatever. So I never doubted the workmanship that was done on the electrical at all. However, this one breaker, this breaker has been added sometime after the electrical was upgraded. Maybe they didn't have outlets in the bathrooms or on the back porch and they wanted to add these. They added these and they didn't have GFCIs in the bathrooms. They just had regular outlets, but they had to push the test in the breaker box. So maybe that was the justification. Regardless, when this breaker was added, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, what are the fucking chances they wired up this breaker wrong? They wired the hot on the neutral and the neutral on the hot. Ray Finkel is a man. So tell you what, I took that breaker out and I'm reading the sides of it and one says load power, the other says load neutral. And I'll be damned if this bitch with the load neutral ain't the black wire and the load power is the white wire. Now, mind you, I've got everything wired up correctly in the house with your hot neutral and your neutral hot. I'm confusing myself trying to explain this. So I say I'm going to switch these around, and then we're going to go test what we've got wired up with these three outlets. And if they read that they're incorrect now or that they're hot neutral reversed, we've solved the problem. I switched the wires around. I went and tested it. It was hot neutral reverse. I solved a major problem. I mean, this was a thing that I was freaking out trying to figure out. And it was basically a process of an elimination trying to figure this out. Okay, what outlets and what is on this particular circuit where we've got this shit reversed at? Once I figured out that it was only those three things, I've mentioned this with the tree. I've mentioned this with the leak, the potential leak that was in the attic. You got to investigate this and figure out where the root cause of the situation is. It was the breaker. The breaker was wired incorrectly. We switched it, and now it's right. And now it's right. Yeah, man. So, yeah. But, like I said, I titled this thing, I Was Wrong. I was convinced that those outlets were good and that I tested those outlets. But obviously, I didn't. I tested every other outlet. For whatever reason, I never tested the outlets in the bathrooms. I just assumed that they were right. And then I definitely never tested the outlet on the back deck because we never messed with that outlet. So, man. Pretty proud of that. And also, Heyday was right. So I think back to the first offer that came in on the house. They said that there was a leak. They said that there were electrical problems. Well, there wasn't a leak, but it probably seemed like there was. And maybe they found those electrical problems first, and those electrical problems were real. They were real. But they're not anymore, and they're fixed. So, yeah, man. Yeah, we're going to fix the shingles. We'll definitely do that. We'll do that. And, yeah, Anthony says, what's going on, Joe? How's the family? Doing good, man. Doing good. Yeah, doing good. So, I was wrong. I definitely overreacted with the home inspection. It was so much minor shit that popped up on the home inspection. And you know what? The electrical was a big fucking deal. That was big. But at least we got that squared away. And we're gonna get everything else squared away as well, too. So, good deal. All right. Nuno says, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, says, love to see your tenacity. Despite all the hardships, you inspire me. You've changed your life. Coming from a difficult place, never losing your sense of humor. My sense of humor is sometimes lost on quite a few people. It is. And sometimes my sense of humor is not as funny as I think that it is. That's probably going to be evident by this video I got for After Prison Show in a little bit. But I think it's funny. Erica says, and shout out to Erica. Thank you. You didn't have to do that. Thank you for being such an inspiration. You inspire me to always say fuck it and just go for it no matter what it is, as long as it's a positive direction in life. Bless you, or God bless you and your beautiful wife. Thank you. And I'm glad to see that I inspire you, and man, it means a lot. And I hope you're doing awesome in life, and go for whatever you want to do. Aqua, good work on figuring out that wiring mess, bro. Shout out to my girl Pad and Bros and Bro Goats. Goats and Pand. I was wondering if there was something with that, if there was more to that. Must obey the rule says the less you try, the funnier you are. Well, I tried really hard in this next video, so it's probably not going to come across too well. Hopefully it does. All right, so let's go ahead and move on. Can I do this and that's not going to mess anything up? Perfect. So I got some things saved. I want to share some things with you guys. I miss being able to do that, and I think I saved some interesting things. Oh, I did. I need a, damn it. Joe with that dual monitor. Hold on. Let me pull this joint up on my phone so I can see how crazy this is. Ooh, what's that? Hey, man, shout out to the 500 people up in here. You guys you're great. Tony Montana, what up, man? Shout out to you. Thank you. All right, I can pull this up. So there were some houses that went up for auction today. There's some houses that are for sale. I got a house that I want to do a little reaction to. I think you guys will get a kick out of this one. So let's kick it off with a real bang. Official Lil Mick says, will there be a fifth flip house? I truly hope so. Yeah, I truly hope so. Look at you. So nice. There we go. There we go. And no more. Cody says, Joe, what up? Never been to jail or prison, but love your channels and would be cool to meet you someday. Well, I appreciate you rocking with me, man. And I don't get a chance to meet folks all that often, but when I do, it's always a pretty cool thing. I got a local guy who rocks with me, a few of them actually, and it's always cool to run into them. I love to be able to kick it with anybody that I can, so damn sure it would be cool. All right, let's get into this thing right here. Bear with me. It's been a minute since I've pulled up the old screen share. I should be able to do that right there, right? Oh, yeah, I can. Okay, so I can go right like that. That works pretty good, and hopefully that works pretty good. All right, so this house right here is interesting. I ran across this one on Facebook Marketplace. Facebook on one of these real estate groups right here. And Derek, shout out to you, man. Always with the kind words and just the nice comments. So this is one of these assigning contract wholesaler houses right here. It's so crazy the way the real estate game is these days. People will get houses and they'll try to sell the contract to sell that house. And this is one of those deals. This one says assigning contract rights for this particular house. It's a 3-bedroom, 1-bath, 1,000 square feet. They're asking $70,000. They're telling you that the after repair value is $160 to $170. Buy it now for $80,000. What? How are you going to say that you were just asking $70,000, but you can buy it now for $80,000? What do they think? They're going to accept best and finals? What do you think? You're going to have a bidding war over this thing? You might. You actually might. It's a 3-1. It's in a city that I don't really care about. They've said fairly turnkey for a C or B grade rental. C or B grade. I don't think you're going to get a B grade out of this one. But anyways, let's go through the pictures of this thing. Buyer has backed out as to no fault to the seller. Title is clear and looking to close in the next 10 to 14 days. $1,000 earnest money deposit. And then they've got their phone number to call them if you're interested in the house. I love the pictures of this house, right? And this thing is, I'm not interested in this house at all. I'm just interested in the pictures so that we can react. All right, let's go ahead and do this right here. Cody, shout out to you, man. Thank you. Keep on keeping on, Joe. Never stop expanding. You better bet it, man. I told my wife this morning, I said, one day I'm going to stop being so fucking dumb. I'm going to get it together and we're going to be okay. Because I don't feel like sometimes I just feel so stupid. But whatever. All right, let's go into this thing right here. So, folks, the first picture we're looking at is the one bathroom that you have in this house. It looks like a McDonald's bathroom. We've got some subway tile up to about the chair rail in this thing, little miniature toilet. We don't even got the elongated bowl in this bitch. We've just got the smallest toilet in the world, Craig. Just a really small bathroom. This is a 1,000 square foot house. They don't even mention the addition on the back of the house that I'm getting ready to share with you. Expanding in weight, that's mean. Why y'all keep saying I'm so fat? I'm really not fat. I'm a big ass dude though. I'm a big ass dude. Do a rap, Joe. I got a rap in today's video. Do I got a new song? Holy shit, I ran across an old song. Where's it at? Boy, I know it's in this notebook right here too, though. Damn, I wrote a rap. Oh, man. I might have to spit this joint for you. All right, but anyways, we got to go through this house reaction first. Okay, bathroom looks pretty basic right here, folks. When I tell you that these pictures are fucking amazing, let's roll that shit. Next picture. Bing. Living room. Doesn't look too bad of a living room. Look at the texture on the ceiling. This is the texture that you take the mop handle and you're just like, knock down. Or popcorn, whatever you want to call it. Nothing too bad about this at all, right? Like, here's the house. This is the living room area right here. Don't look too bad. This house doesn't look too bad. It's just these pictures are so freaking interesting. Let's go. So here's your living room. Here's your front porch. We got some folks just kicking it on the front porch right here. Look at your flower beds made out of some little Tupperware right here. That shit is original. I ain't never even seen it. Those are freaking bus boy bins right there that they turned into flower beds. And folks, I know you're probably looking at that like, Joe, that's kind of funny. But what are we doing here? Well, trust me, folks. We ain't even got there yet. Let's go to the next picture. Oh, shit. Damn, you scared the shit out of me. What you doing right there? Laying on that bed looking like that. This ain't OnlyFans. We're trying to sell this house. What the fuck? Oh my God, what is going on right here in this picture? And what is this light beam right here? Is that a ghost? I can't take my eyes off of this fella just sitting right here on this bed looking so crazy. Damn, that shit wild, right? So, I wonder if they did that on purpose to take your attention away from other things. But it looks like a decent enough room. So that guy just scared the shit out of me right there. Pumpkin Patch, shout out to you. Thank you, man. Hey, that joint fucked me up right there. Hey, don't mind me. I'm just taking pictures. We're trying to sell the house. Okay. Now, I didn't say we was working on your modeling career. Get the fuck out the way so I can take these pictures. Ain't nobody going to take this house serious like this. But again, let's continue. That shit just wild to me. I'm sorry. I thought it was kind of funny. Okay, we got another picture of that same bathroom right here. My God, is that a freaking airplane bathroom? Now that you've taken this picture, hold on. See, they be hitting you with the angles, right? Because from this angle right here, this bathroom does not look like it's 3 feet wide, right? From this angle right here, it looks like, okay, well, yeah, that's a decent enough bathroom. And then you come to right here. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, don't mind me. We're moving on, sir. We're moving on. You come to this picture right here and you're like, damn, that's the bathroom? What y'all do? Y'all turn the pantry into a bathroom? That shit is crazy. That's the only bathroom in the house? And you're trying to tell me the after repair value of this thing's going to be 160 to 180? Ain't nobody going for that. Ain't nobody going for that. I've seen bigger bathrooms on airplanes. I've seen bigger bathrooms in prison, for God's sakes. Damn, that's a little bathroom. Let's move on. This house does have some character. Decent enough kitchen. Nothing wrong with the kitchen. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with this house. I'm just laughing at some of the pictures that are kind of crazy. So, decent enough kitchen. You definitely cannot get out the back door. The back door is completely, it does not look like it's even accessible with that refrigerator right there, but I could be wrong. And again, I bet you seeing this kitchen in person, you'd be like, holy shit, this thing is tiny. You got your washer and dryer right here, your stove's right there. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this. I'm not a fan of this house at all, but it's still a decent enough house. This house is, you got to do something with that bathroom. You're going to have to knock down some walls and rearrange the inside of this thing. You have to rearrange this thing. All right, moving on. Bing. What they didn't mention was the addition that they built on the back, folks. And I'm wondering if this plays into the square footage. They said that this was a 3-1, 1,000 square foot house. Now, we saw one bedroom with one man laying on one bed, and we saw one bathroom that looked like it wasn't even a bathroom. And, yeah. Look at this addition, man. You built this joint up on a foundation. I see brick right there. I see an outlet right there. Is that a GFCI? Is this another bedroom? Okay. Is this part of the square footage of this home? Because if it's not another bedroom and it's not part of the square footage, I bet you one thing. Somebody living in that motherfucker. They got a trash can up in there. They got a little Bluetooth speaker or maybe a heater right there. Yo, that's a 2-bedroom apartment tent. That's a 2-bedroom apartment tent. That's the guest house. Oh my God. You're telling me we're going to make 160 off of this? Bet. Let's flip that bitch. Shit. You got a stage out there for a concert's what you got. And that bitch long as shit. Look, there's the electrical running down to that tent back there. There's your breaker box, probably on 100 amp service. Okay, there's another bedroom right there. So at least that's two bed. There's two of the bed. God, oh, I thought that was a big ass baby right there. I thought all of that was that baby. It's not. I'm about to say, damn, that's a big baby. So there's two of the bedrooms. Look at these legs right here. Katya, you the one taking them pictures? Katya there. Oh, boy, you got an outhouse at this joint. That could have been another bathroom. Hey, look, it's what's the word I'm looking for? It's I can't think of it. It's an outside of the box type of a house, I guess. But that joint damn sure looks like, is that your shed? Yeah, I guess it is, right? HVAC looks like it's seen better days, but maybe it works. Yeah, so there you go. Oh, it is a shed. Damn, you got a lot of shit up in that joint. A lot of shit in there. Good deal. So we saw 2 bedrooms. We didn't see that third bedroom. I'm guessing that tent must be that third bedroom. But whatever. Ain't too much you could do with that. So yeah, I thought that was a pretty interesting house. Very interesting photos at the very least. Very interesting photos. All right. So I guess that's all I got for the houses. Yeah. Yeah, it is. All right. I can't hit the song. The song's too crazy. Definitely can't hit the song. Damn, boy, this chat going crazy though, man. What we got going on, man? Hey, shout out to the chat. You guys are awesome, man. Pumpkin Patch, shout out to you. I see you right there. Thank you very much for that. All right. Murderer Less, somebody was saying, look, I want to tell a story. I got a video I'm planning for after prison show. I ain't got a chance to film it yet. I filmed a different video today, a video that I really wanted to film, and I hope you guys will check it out. I got to upload it after I get done with this live stream, so it'll be a little bit before it gets up there, but I hope you guys will check it out. It's not too long. But I got this other video that I want to film, and I got an email, I don't know, yesterday I think is when I got it. I meant to respond to this thing. I just ain't had a chance. So a woman would reach out to me, and she would tell me that she would give me an update on Ben, a random stranger visit guy, Ben. Ben was locked up. Where the hell was Ben locked up at? Somewhere, Idaho. That's where it was. Daniel says, have you had the corona yet? No. If I have, I've been asymptomatic. That's for damn sure. So this woman would reach out to me, give me an update on Ben, saying Ben got some time. I think he got 2 years, if I can remember correctly, and that Ben's doing really good, and that her and Ben are in a relationship. And she was like, Joe, you should start. She said, it's unfortunate that you got banned from the random stranger visits. She was like, but you should start a prisoner dating service. And I thought to myself about that for a minute. I said, you know, there could be something to that, right? But then I remembered a story that I had heard. Now, I don't know if this story is true or not. I don't know who this story is about. It's about somebody. Maybe it's about somebody. If it's not even true, it could be true. It should be true, right? It sounds enough like the truth. Samuel, thank you for the help with the haircut. I'm going to get a haircut. I'm going to definitely shave my beard. My beard's got a beard. I got a beard on my neck. It's freaking crazy. Jexter Rock says, boy, Joe looking like Wolverine. Hope all is well. I'm doing better than I look. Okay, I know a lot of people say, Joe, you're looking like shit. It's catching up to me. It really is. Those comments are, and I'm going to go get brought back to life. I will go get brought back to life, though. Jexter, shout out to you, man. All right, so anyways, this woman reaches out to me. She says, hey, I'm in a relationship with Ben. All is well with Ben. Ben's doing great. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, you know what? I had so much fun doing the random stranger visits sometimes. A lot of times they were boring as shit. But look at that. That's a great thing right there. I featured Ben. Ben was one of the guys that I really enjoyed talking to. Some of them were boring as shit, though. And I'm glad to know that Ben got not only a pen pal out of the situation, he got a girlfriend. So good for that situation. However, yin and yang, basically. Hobo Joe in the house. Well, thank you. Thank you. I saw your comment earlier, but I appreciate the $5 too, though. I just didn't get a chance to mention it. Joe Larry. Joe ain't getting any. I know that. What? Boy, you're getting kind of personal, right? You're getting between the sheets with me right there. I'm going to try to share this story. Imagine a situation. Damn, I don't even know if I can do this live. What I'm getting ready to share with you may or may not be 100% the fucking truth. But picture a situation, Mass One, shout out to you. Hackers Wild West Adventures. Love the content. Keep it up, brother. I'm glad you're enjoying it, man. Clyde says the girls were cool. I know a lot of people enjoyed the girls. Bruce says, how's Cody? I talked about Cody on the last live stream. Cody's doing well. He's doing his own thing. He's doing a lot of freelance work. We talked for a minute on my birthday. I'll hit him up as soon as I get some time and try to do something with him. I would like to be able to do that. Imagine yourself in a situation like this. You fall in love with somebody that you don't even know. They were locked up. You met them while they were locked up or when they came home after being locked up. But you don't know this person for real. You fall in love, though. This is your soulmate, right? Now, people have reached out to me, a lot of women have reached out to me saying, Joe, hey, I met my soulmate, what do you think? Or, do you think this guy's going to do good or this and that? And I would always say, I hope that they will. Yeah. For your sake, I would hope that the situation would work out. You're taking the time out of your life to put your life on pause for somebody who's locked up, whatever. But imagine this. Sancho, shout out to you. Thumbs up, or you're a DEMFer. A lot of people don't like that word. I'm kind of stutter stepping this because I don't know how I want to tell this story. So you meet somebody, you want to be with that person. You're willing to pick up your life and completely relocate for that person. And you're willing to do that. Now maybe you don't do that, but you want to at least visit that person. Let's say you're in another country, for example. The woman in the relationship with Ben, she's in the UK. That would be a hell of a travel for somebody that you don't know. A hell of a trip, a lot of money spent on plane tickets for sure. But let's just say that, you meet somebody that you don't know at all. Maybe they've got a terrible track record because of the trouble that they've been in. But you believe in this person. And what I'm sharing with you is just, God, boy. Whoo. It's so wild. It's so wild that it has to be true. Say you're ready to pick up and relocate for somebody and you're willing to do anything. But you gotta see what it's like first, right? You gotta go see them for the first time. So you're gonna spend a boatload of money to travel. And you do so. You travel to go see this person, and when you get to where they're supposed to be at, they're not there. Not there at all. You done flown across the fucking country to come visit somebody. You get to the airport and they're not there. You don't know a damn person in this area. What do? You're blowing up this person's phone. They ain't even answering you. Right? So finally, they come scoop you up. Right? You've been sitting at the airport for hours. Well, this isn't how this romantic getaway is supposed to start off, but, whatever. Maybe something happened. There was a flat tire. Yeah, that's right. There was a flat tire. Scorpio says, would you ever consider a commercial cleaning business? I missed the cleaning business that I used to have. That was somewhat commercial, but not right now. Not right now. I think it's a great business for anybody to get into, a cleaning business, commercial or residential. I rock with it. You finally get picked up by the love of your life who you've never met before until this first fleeting encounter. Like a lost connection on Craigslist. You farted in the bread aisle. You're meeting for the first time. Who's driving the car? Who knows? You're both just sitting in the back seat, nervous. Both of you are. Yeah, that's what it is. It's nerves. You want to spend a nice little weekend together with this person because you believe in this person, right? You want this relationship to be soulmates to the end of the earth. You brought some money that you're going to spend. You guys are going to get a hotel room. Hey, it's going to be a great weekend. But you don't know anything about the area, wherever you're at. You end up at some crack shack hotel, right? That may not seem so bad on the surface, but trust and believe, this thing's got more secrets than... I'll just leave that one right there. Dog poop cleaning business. There's money in that, Josh Corner. Thought about that one time. You end up at a crack shack motel. You don't even know where you're at, but you're just so you're just so head over. You're over the moon. You're elated. You're with the person that you want to be with. You're not even. You're tunnel vision. You're a horse on a track. You got the blinders on. You can't even see the signs. And this could be a very real situation for anybody. You get to the hotel and all you want to do is, spend every passionate moment that you can with this soulmate. But they're like, hey, yo, boy, the time though. I gotta go. I got something I gotta do, but I'm gonna be right back. So they bounce. They leave you in a hotel room with no transportation. You've flown across the country, and you're like, okay, cool deal. They're gonna be right back. 5 minutes passes. They're not right back. 10 minutes pass. Fuck that. You're calling. Where you at? But they don't even answer. An hour passes. They're not back. Couple hours pass. Hell, they're not even back. You would find we got to throw in a variable to this situation as well. They come back and they check on you. Hey, sorry, I'm working on something. I got something I got to do. And you're like, okay, well, gosh almighty, this is kind of strange and kind of, left me here. Yeah, but my buddy also, man, I ain't seen this guy since prison, yada, yada. He just came home, and ironically enough, he's in the hotel room right down the hall. You're like, okay, well, I flew across the country to be with you because I believe in you. Why you got to do me like that? So anyways, they bounce again. Hey, I'll be right back, man. My homeboy, though, hey. So you're like, you know what? A couple hours go by again, man. It's already the nighttime. You done flew across. You've been here all day, stuck in this room. You haven't even eaten anything. You're like, screw that. You go down the hall and you knocking on the door. Hey. Oh, shit, there go the dogs. Dogs barking. Somebody comes to the door and they answer the door and it's not even your soulmate. It's not even your soulmate. It's somebody else entirely. Could it be a woman? Let's throw a woman into the variable. Boom. Let's put her in like a fucking avatar right in this little role play. Oh, yeah, I'm the friend from prison. I'm the friend from prison, yeah. And in the background, you see the unspeakable. The love of your life sitting there with something, but you don't know what it is, and they tell you what it is, or they tell you what it could be, and there's no fucking way that's what it is. And yeah, that's what it is. It's a cigarette. I didn't know they had glass. Oh, whatever. What is that, a hookah? The weekend would continue much like this first day would, right? You leave from this situation. Somehow you make it back to the airport after a weekend of sitting in a hotel room in an unknown location. You haven't done anything at all. And then you just leave it. And you barely even spent time with the person that you came to spend time with. And you think to yourself, what the hell was that? Right? That was a story that I had heard that was shared to me by another woman that was in a relationship with a guy who was in prison, who came home, and the shitstorm that was, right? And I share that with you guys because when the woman who's writing to Ben reaches out to me, hey, me and Ben were great, and I like Ben, and I wish him well as well. He's mentioned, the problems that he's had in the past with the drugs and whatever, man. Everybody's got their problems. But they were like, you should put together a prisoner dating service. And I think of that one particular story that I just shared with y'all right there and like so many others. And I'm like, I don't know if it would be so much a prisoner dating service as it would probably be, a prisoner like hell date, basically. Because as much as you would want that situation to work out, whether you're the person who's locked up or, you're the person that's out here, dating the prisoner. And I would never I don't want to sit here and say, well, it's never going to work out. But in a lot of cases, it really doesn't. And a lot of times it ends in a ball of flames. So, yeah. Yeah. Scarface Taco, shout out to you. Justin Maxfield said it must be a Jellicoe story. No, it's not. Not about anybody around here. Just a story. Oh, damn. Just a story that was shared with me through an Instagram DM. Pretty crazy. Anyways, that was a little dark right there. We should tell horror stories, like ghost stories. And then they opened up the door. And it was crack. And I don't share that to whatever. It's just wild. Wow. Keeping it redneck says my girl's in prison right now. Well, I hope she gets out soon, man, and good on you for riding with her. Jersey says smash that like button. I hope you guys will do so. Love after PC could be a thing. What did I just see right there? I saw something. I didn't get a chance to see it. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this thing up. If you missed the beginning of this, the electrical story, boy, it was a good one. I felt bad after yesterday's video. I know a lot of people were jumping down my ship for a lot of different reasons. You guys had every right to voice your opinions, and I definitely overreacted or was definitely taken out of context. I was still, whatever. I'm not going to sit here and justify. I was wrong. So there's that. Funny, I titled this That Exactly, and how fitting to wrap this up on that. So, yeah, man. Steve Cadwell, shout out to you. Joe, I've been watching. Joe does stuff and watch After Prison Show for so long. Love what you do. I appreciate the support, man. Appreciate the support. Alien says, talk about Danny, please. Look, there ain't nothing that I can share with you. I don't have any update. You could ask me about anybody. I really don't have any update. I haven't talked to anybody. I haven't heard anything about anybody. I wish I could tell you something, but I can't. I've had a couple of people. I'll share this. I got a couple of people. A guy that I knew from way back in the day when I was 18 years old. He's getting ready to come home from prison. This guy's been locked up since the year that I got locked up. And he just did like 15 years or some shit. So if I was ever getting ready to work with somebody again, maybe I would do something with him and, maybe try to help him get a YouTube channel as well. That was the thing that I was doing toward the end. I did that with Banky. That went well, so I'm glad to, know that. And then there was a couple other people who have been reaching out to me. So I don't know necessarily that I'm not going to work with people again. I know one thing. I'm gonna definitely, if I ever do so again, I'm going to tread lightly, for sure. Carmack, shout out to Georgia. So happy to see that they won yesterday. Yeah, so happy to see that they won. And yeah, man, I saw that Julian Edelman put $100,000 on the Patriots going to the Super Bowl versus the Buccaneers. I don't necessarily know that that's going to happen, but good on him. I'm out of here, folks. I'll do this again toward the end of the week. I'll have a comment on the video letting you know exactly what it'll be. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, maybe somewhere around there. Thank you so much for tuning into this thing. I hope you enjoyed this. If you missed any of this, run the replay, and I'll try to keep it as spicy and entertaining as I possibly can. There's going to be a video coming for After Prison Show in just a little while. You guys have a great one. I look forward to talking with you again real soon. The Dumbway homie, hey, from Ohio, from Kristen and Zach. Kristen and Zach, very special shout out to you, man. Glad to have you guys rocking with me. You guys enjoy your evening, and I'll talk to you real soon.